Title: From Sorrow to Joy. In the small English town of Bramblewood, where cobblestone streets glistened after the rain and the church bells chimed faithfully every Sunday, lived a young man named Thomas Reed. Thomas was once full of life, a cheerful lad who worked as an apprentice in his father's watch shop. Together they spent long hours tinkering with delicate gears and polished brass, the rhythmic ticking of clocks filling the shop with a comforting hum. But when his father fell ill and passed away one bleak winter, silence took over both the shop and Thomas's heart. For months he couldn't bear to touch a single clock. The once bustling shop grew dusty, its windows fogged with neglect. Neighbors would nod kindly as they passed, whispering about poor young Reed. But no words could reach him. His days were gray, his nights longer still. Then one cold morning, as frost clung to the windows, a little girl entered the shop. Her coat was tattered, her cheeks red from the wind. "Please, sir," she said softly, placing a small broken pocket watch on the counter. "It was my father's. It stopped ticking yesterday." Something about her trembling hands and hopeful eyes reminded Thomas of himself. With a deep breath, he sat down at his father's old bench and opened the watch. The familiar sound of tiny gears turning under his fingers stirred something within him. A spark, faint but alive. He worked through the afternoon, adjusting, polishing, mending, until at last, tick, tick, tick. The watch began to beat again. The girl's eyes lit up with joy, and in that simple moment, Thomas felt warmth return to his chest. Word spread around Bramblewood that Thomas Reed had reopened his father's shop. Soon people came not just for repairs, but for the comfort of seeing the young man who had found hope again through his craft. Years later, as the clocks chimed in perfect harmony, Thomas would often pause and smile, for he had learned something precious, that even in the quietest sorrow, time has a way of healing, and joy always finds its way back, tick by tick.